What's going on in here? So we got brother Robert Johnson is chiming in online. Brother, can you holler at us and let us know what's going on with you?
Oh yeah, how everybody doing? Um, the brother Ryan Fair,
Mm-hmm.
we've been knowing each other since we was kids, and he knows my family, I know his family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was wrongfully arrested at 16.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up doing 28 years and 10 months
Mm.
in prison for a crime I did not commit. I was recently released February the 20th of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the brother asked me to, if I had the time, to try to log on um, and give him some type of support.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, did you have one lawyer who stuck with you throughout that time, or how did it get to exoneration?
I actually didn't secure a lawyer till I was about 24 years in.
Wow.
Um, I wrote, I don't know how many letters. Um, but to no avail. Even the brother Ryan, he tried to get an attorney to assist me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we wasn't successful. Nonetheless, he tried.
Yes, sir.
Um, what ended up happening was another prisoner. I was talking to him on the yard,
Robert,
and
tell everybody where you're from because they don't know.
oh, I'm from Chicago, the Inglewood area. That's where I grew up from.
Some folks in here. Go ahead.
Yeah. So another prisoner that I didn't know, but some brothers was telling me to introduce myself to him because at this point I'm like, okay, I'm trying to prove my innocence, but I'm getting nowhere with that.
Wow.
So I have to figure out some type of other way to get out of here.
Right.
So they had this whole thing where you can't give a juvenile a certain amount of time
Hmm.
without considering certain factors.
Right.
So they told me that this brother was real versed in this area, and that if I was pursuing that, I needed to probably talk to him.
Yeah.
So I mean, in prison, you just don't be walking up to anybody that you don't know. So
Right.
I walked back past him a few times
Right.
before I decided to go over there. And I went over there and I started talking to him. And first we was talking about the juvenile issue.
Hmm.
And I started talking in a third party scenario.
What if?
Yeah, I say, well, what if I knew this brother that was innocent and so on and so forth?
Uh-huh.
And he listened and he just turned around and looked at me and said, I think I know somebody that can help you.
Mm.
And you hear that, I wouldn't say a lot, but you hear it often enough where brothers want to help.
Yeah.
Most don't have the means,
Right. Right.
but they do want to help. So I actually thought that that was one of the moments where I ran across a brother that wanted to help me, but 9 times out of 10, he didn't have the means.
Right.
So I think a month went by. I had forgot about it. And one day he called me, and he called me to the phone, and he said, "Here." He handed me the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a journalist on the phone from New York.
Right.
And I tell you, brother, I poured my heart out
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
to her, and for whatever reason, she believed me.
Right.
She reached out to another journalist, and they began to investigate my case, and come to find out this particular detective, uh, James O'Brien, which was the lead detective in my case, he had framed
Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know how many black and brown brothers.
Right, right, right.
I mean, the list is sickening. The list, I mean, I'm hardened to because I was in prison for a long time.
Right.
But to listen to how many people he did this to
Right.
almost made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Um, so once they identified this one particular officer, that kind of got them interested. They like, oh, we have dealt with this. He's on our radar.
Uh-huh.
And they started following up on things that I was telling them, different witnesses, and I guess during the course of their investigation, they began to a picture started to be painted, and they was able to see that I wasn't telling a lie; I was telling the truth.
Mm.
So the journalist that she reached out to the Exoneration Project
Mm-hmm.
and talked to this one particular lawyer. Her name is Lauren Mayakoff.
Mm-hmm.
And she began to investigate my case after she talked to the journalist. Oh, and I skipped a part. The journalists end up before the exoneration project took my case. They actually published a story, coupled with Daily Beast,
Yeah.
about my conviction. It's a real extensive story. If you get the opportunity, only thing you got to punch in is Robert Johnson and the Daily Beast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, that published in 2020, and I want to say that's when a little momentum started to come up around the case.
Uh-huh.
And another thing that happened that helped my situation, and I hesitate to use the word help because I didn't want this to happen to this brother, but the brother that actually killed the guy in my case,
Mm-hmm.
he ended up being murdered himself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when he was killed,
Is that somebody, Robert, that you knew?
yes, I'm familiar with everybody that's involved with the
Right.
case, even the victim. He was my friend.
Mm.
They was all, we was all from the same neighborhood,
Right.
so they went in there and robbed them and killed them. Um, from what I'm told and what they testified to was that Detective O'Brien and other detectives beat them and came to them with statements that was already wrote up
Right.
and made them sign these statements. Um, both of my co-defendants said that they didn't even know that my name was in the statements until later on. So I end up being convicted, but one of my co-defendant, which was a juvenile at the time, and I don't blame him, he ended up taking a deal and testifying against me for 15 years.
Right.
Um, I suspect that he felt like he didn't have no other way out.
Absolutely.
So he took the deal and he got out 7 years later. He came back and testified for me and told the truth, told who actually did it, and explained what actually happened in the police station with the police.
Right.
So I end up, once I seen that I couldn't get no help on my own, I started to try to teach myself the law. So I started going back and forth to the law library and talking to brothers that I knew the law.
Right.
So I ended up filing a petition myself. And that petition is basically, so I was granted an evidentiary hearing, and that is how I got home, based on me being granted that evidentiary hearing. So I had the evidentiary hearing, and like I said, once this brother was killed, people wasn't so fearful to come forward now.
Right.
And as I said, I knew everybody involved. It is my understanding that he, right before his death, he started telling people that if something happened to me, I want y'all to help that brother get out. Which is ironic, because I never thought that he gave me one thought, like I just felt like he had got away with murder and he was just living his life.
That's right.
He could have did more, but I'm grateful for what he did do. Because that kind of signaled to everybody else that it was cool, it was okay to come forward now. And a few of them did, and they testified in my behalf. And the states at my evidentiary hearing, they didn't have no witnesses or nothing like that. Only thing they had was the co-defendant that took the deal, which he was coerced and beat when he was made to sign the statement. So, and another thing I want to point out, just to show you how this system works. The first day I went back on my evidentiary hearing, my attorney came and got me out of the bullpen. Now, mind you, at this time, I had been locked up 28 years.
Right.
She said, yeah, look, the state's attorney, they called me. They told me this morning they ready to go. They ready to proceed with the evidentiary hearing. And, they ready. I said, okay. She said, yeah, but they called me back 10 minutes later. And she said, they offered you a deal. She said, they offered you time considered served.
Sir, right.
No parole, no MSR, no nothing. You just walk free. So
they want to take away your ability to sue.
Yeah, and take away everything.
Like never happened.
Forget that we have evidence substantiating that you didn't commit this crime. That doesn't even mean anything. We don't care nothing about that. We know you innocent. But we want this conviction to stand. We'll let you go. Just plead guilty. I told her no.
Mm.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I had nightmares after I told
Yeah, yeah,
her.
yeah. Right.
I had nightmares because I started to think I made the wrong decision.
Yeah, right.
But like I said initially, that me and Ryan, we grew up in church, and our mothers and grandmothers was really like the brothers you just spoke about,
Yeah, yeah,
like their mothers.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell them how old your grandmother is, Robert.
93.
Amen.
And this was her prayer.
Mm-hmm.
She said she wanted to live to see him get out.
Wow.
And
And,
yeah,
and Robert, Ryan was telling me about you before this. I don't know, it was some weeks back or something about it. He started out the whole conversation talking about your grandmother and how she would prophesy and testify that that her baby didn't do it. And so it's amazing for us to be able to share some time with you. But finish telling now. You're at the point where they've offered you a deal. You've said no. What happens next?
yeah. You know what? I skipped over something that I wanted to point out to y'all too, because I wanted to tell you how these officers, these detectives came to my home. They can't. First, the doorbell rung and then the phone rung. It was probably like 3 o'clock in the morning. They banged on the door. My grandmother went to the door and they asked, could they speak to me? And my grandmother said, no, they asked her, was I there? And she said, yes. And they said, well, we need to talk to him. My grandmother said, yeah, you can talk to him, but you're going to come back at a more respectable hour. It's, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not finna let you talk to my grandson at this time of night. He told my grandmother, this is James O'Brien,
Mm.
that if she didn't open the door and let them in, that he was going to kick the door in. My grandmother told him, well, kick it in then.
Mm.
And she walked away from the door. And I heard him slam up against the door.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure it was just an intimidation move that he tried with my grandmother.
Wow.
Um, so they came back an hour later, but I don't think they never left.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I tell my grandmother to let him in because I ain't did nothing. So at this point, I don't have no thoughts of me being arrested. I don't think that I have nothing to fear in this situation. So they come in. It's about 8 of them. We sat down and my grandmother got up to use the bathroom. When she went in that bathroom, James O'Brien looked at me and said, get up now and get your coat. We leaving. And they rushed me up out that house. When I was leaving out, I said, Grandma, I'm gone. She didn't even hear me.
Mm.
And that was the last time I was in that house till 28 years and 10 months later.
Brother. My Lord.
Robert, let me jump in real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I talked to your grandmother after you got released. And Sister Robinson said, she said, Ryan, she said, God gave me a vision of little Robert walking through that door. She said, and everybody said he don't need to come back to the neighborhood. She said, but I ain't arguing with him. She said, I sat there like Jesus. She said, I never said a mumbling word. She said, Ryan, I looked up and here who comes walking through that door.
Wow.
Just like the vision God gave me.
Wow. Wow. Let's
Let's
give grandmama some dap.
Yeah.
Brother, but I don't want you to lose this point, man. I appreciate you going back and sharing, but the deal is on the table. You turned the deal down. What
Yeah.
happened?
I turned the deal down, and I just wanted to let you brothers know that I had nightmares about that deal for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it is heartless
Hmm.
to dangle something like that in front of somebody that's innocent. Like,
And
I
they know
mean,
you. They
and
know you innocent.
they know you innocent because ain't no way they would have came to me with no deal like that. They don't let people go just free like that. They fight to the bitter end. They knew, but they wanted to keep that conviction. And as someone else pointed out, they didn't want me to be able to sue.
Right. Right.
So I told them no. And we proceeded with the evidentiary hearing.
Mhm.
And the judge ruled in my favor.
Mm, mm, mm.
Um, and I know for without a fact that I wouldn't have made it without my grandmother. I wouldn't have made it without God. I wouldn't have made it without the support that I had. Um, I have to say this about the mothers you was just talking about.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That level of commitment to
Mhm.
keep on coming back
Yeah. Yeah.
without being discouraged,
Right.
without giving up.
Mm.
That is a level of strength that is beyond all of us
It is, brother. That's well said.
because I gave up a couple of times
Yeah. Yeah. Tell the truth. Mm.
and it was really hard, but my grandma, she kept on telling me to never give up.
Wow. 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 Man. Man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Woo. Yeah, brother. Just so you know, man, we got a few guys in here that exceed your 24, but man, your story is important. It's amazing. And I can tell by the way you select your words, uh, and the tenor of your conversation that you have educated yourself in a mighty way and prepared your heart and mind, and soul really for a long fight, which you have been successful for. So I just really want to thank you for your knowing that you were innocent and not giving up on yourself, and allowing yourself to become somebody else inside the penitentiary that you never were from the get go. So we got honor for you right here. Will, you want to meet Brother Robert? Yeah, yeah. This I want you to meet one of your homeboys right here. This is Willie Lloyd right here. Holla at Robert Johnson, Will.
Hey, brother,
Okay.
the only thing, man, I can say, man, congratulations, brother. I'm glad you're out here, and it's not the end, just the beginning.
I appreciate that, brother.
Somebody else. Go ahead.
Brother Robert, this is Dr. Webb.
Okay.
You know,
Can you see him?
yeah,
Um,
I just wave my
okay,
hand.
yeah, I see you. Yeah.
I know who you are. I've seen you. I was there for 20 something years. But I want to say this to you. In your testimony and your story, your journey, there's one piece that I want to leave you with tonight, you and your grandmother. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new blessings I see.
Yes, sir.
All that I need, your hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness,
Oh, yeah.
Lord God, unto thee.
Yeah.
Great thy faithfulness. See, you didn't lose that faith, and neither did he. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new blessings I see.
Yes.
That I need, your hands have provided. Thank you. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord God, unto thee.
All right.
Woo!
Thank you, Will. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm honored.
Well, you done stirred up the ghost in here a little bit, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, the preacher's in the back. He ready to preach now. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, we ain't gonna keep you all night, but we certainly appreciate meeting you. Let's just go around the room and everybody just introduce yourself to Mr. Johnson. Starting with Will, and then go ahead, Mississippi.
How's it going, brother? Pleasure here. Meet you, whatever. My name is Richard Farn. I'm from parts of Mississippi.
That's it. Go ahead. Come on, son.
Okay. Nice to meet you, bro.
You go.
Mike, it was nice to meet you. Hear your stories. Hello, Master
Nice to meet
Sergeant. Nice to meet you, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Likewise.
How's the trip? Glad you out, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody?
Oh, my name is Michael, and I'm with Take Action Minnesota's New Justice Project. And brother, in the words of Les Brown, he wrote a book called Live Your Dreams. And in the book, he said, if you fall, try to fall on your back. Because if you can look up, you get up. More power to you, brother. You are my inspiration.
Wow. Wow.
Thank
Somebody
you.
else, come on.
Heavy Blue, Pop Guy.
Pop guy.
I salute you, my brother, for the struggle you've endured over all those years. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And enjoy your rest of your life.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Shelby, Pop Guy.
Pop guy.
The best is yet to come.
Oh,
right.
yeah, come on.
Thank you.
Dr. Webb, pot guy, man, I've already said all I can say. If I say another word, I'm gonna have to run out of here. It's a blessing. Welcome home, man.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Brian, Pop Guy.
Pop guy.
Congratulations.
That boy did 38 years. Go ahead.
38.
How you doing, man? Thank you for sharing, and thank you for your determination, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Before you go, these are our interns. We've become a learning lab here, and some of our young women who are pursuing higher degrees of education are stationed here at our shop. So I want you to meet them. Here is.
Hi, my name is Alejandra, and I was a previous intern here at Wrongfully.
Yeah.
My name is gonna work. All right, my name is Diamond. I was also a previous intern.
Okay, how you doing?
Yeah. And so we are the Power of People Leadership Institute. We've been around for 22 years, both inside and out of the penitentiary. We are the most successful reentry program in the history of the state of Minnesota. We ain't playing no games over here. And so when you get time, when the spirit moves you and you decide to come up north a little bit, with all these other Chicago boys I got up here, you might
Okay.
want to come up here and holler at us.
Okay, we will do.
Mr. Johnson, great to meet you. Give him a big round of applause.